Well, there's no question that money makes people emotional, especially when you're drowning in debt and deciding which bills you can pay this month. Well, today we're talking with Kevin Heupel about his ebook. It's called Get Off This Financial Roller Coaster. Learn how to overcome the 6 mental challenges of getting out of debt. Now, Kevin, you're a debt relief attorney. You're an expert in this field. I mean, you've been featured in so many things. USA Today, they have this legal elite section, CNBC, also the Brian Tracy show. So you're highly sought after. We're glad you're here on Colorado's Best with us.
Thank you.
Now, talk to us about your book and the emotions that come into being deeply in debt. It's devastating, isn't it?
It is. So what happens is people find that they're getting too much debt that's making it harder to make their minimum payments. Then they go through a series of emotions. They go through fear and they become ashamed and they get lost. And what happens is the emotions overtake the logic. And so you don't start thinking clearly, how am I going to get out of this? And you just start reacting to it. And when you're in the reactive stage, you're not making good decisions for getting out of debt.
Very good. So in your book, kind of, you know, I know you have like 6 major points, but what is the most important thing that you can relate to people today?
Fear. And what the fear is, it's the fear of the unknown. What happens if I don't make my credit card payment? What happens if I get garnished? What happens if I get sued? And how do these debt solutions that are advertised on TV work? I mean, do they get me out of debt? Will they get me out of debt? And so not having the answers creates a lot of fear. And I think that's where a lot of the paralysis comes in, where just people don't take the step to get help.
I think that's a really good point. You're so overwhelmed with the fear, you're just paralyzed. You don't do anything.
Absolutely.
All right, so you help people really kind of take that first step. And you help them with many different avenues because you are a debt relief attorney. You can kind of go through the different options for them, right?
Yeah, so what we do is we offer free consultations, and when somebody comes in, we look at their income, we look at their assets, we look at what type of debts that they have, and we look to see which solution is going to work for them. The solution could be credit counseling, could be an offer and compromise, it could be a loan modification, it could be debt settlement, it could be even bankruptcy.
All right, so does your book address all of those, or like, you know, the main thing that can really get you?
It talks about the main thing. So it talks about credit counseling, debt settlement, and bankruptcy, because those are the 3 most common ones that we see. But when people come in, we're always going to look at what's going to be the best solution for them and tailor it for that.
All right, yeah, we're taking a really closer look at your book. And what I love about you, Kevin, and I'm sure you put some of your own personal experience in your book because you always share this with us. One reason I think that you're just so sympathetic to people is that you have lived through this situation growing up, right?
Yeah, my father, he had a car business and he kept growing it and getting bigger and getting bigger. And then the recession hit when he had his largest car lot with the most debt, and it went under. The bank came, repossessed all the cars, took them away. My dad lost the business. He had to go back to work, so he went back to work for a car dealership. And what it did is it really impacted our lifestyle.
Sure.
As a kid, I think I was 14 years old at the time. I basically had what I needed, what I wanted, and then it became a point where I didn't. And then I was expected that I'd have to go out and work to get the things that I would want because my parents had to be more focused on maintaining the standard of living. And so I saw it, and that's where I really tapped into the emotions with my book, is because it is very emotional. I mean, I always tell people it is a business decision to get out of debt, but getting there, it's overcoming the emotions.
Absolutely. Now, you have an A rating with the BBB. So many people sing your praises, especially your clients. So we want to hear from one of your clients right now. We've got a testimonial here.
Okay.
My personal challenges were I had lost a business and I was going through a divorce. So I needed some serious help. I was stressed bad. I absolutely was stressing every day. I was worried. I was not sleeping. I was just always worried. And now that I've actually went through the whole process, I feel like a new person. My life has changed tremendously. I'm happy, I'm comfortable, no more stress. I think what I liked most about working with them was how quickly they responded to everything, how available they were every time I called, and if it was something real timely, they made sure I talked to someone right away. If it wasn't, you know, they always called me back. What I value the most that they provided is my peace of mind and my life back.
The peace of mind and your life back. I mean, you talked just about, you know, the emotions of it, and you really can set them at ease and set them on the right track.
Oh, sure. You saw with Vicky, she's through the process. She's debt-free. You can see she has a glitter in her eyes, glow in her cheeks. She's happy again.
Yeah, she's feeling good. You know, we were talking about a bunch of kids getting ready to go to college off the top of the show. And, you know, when you're done with college, so many kids are coming out just deeply in debt with these student loans. I mean, what can you do? Do you address student loans in your book as well?
Yeah, I don't address the student loans in my book, but we do with our initial consultations.
Okay.
And there are options available for student loans. There's forbearance, there's forgiveness. The best program out there right now is an income-based repayment program for student loans. And what we do is we help people get the paperwork together to submit that. And the nice thing about it is you pay 10% of what your gross income is for 20 years. And then in the end of 20 years, if you don't have all the student loan debt paid off, it's forgiven. So it's a
Wow.
great program that we can help people with.
Good information. And very quickly, we're almost out of time, but you have a money-back guarantee that I want people to know about.
Right,
That's rare.
It is. With all our debt relief solutions, we offer a money-back guarantee because we're so confident when we recommend that solution, it's going to be the right one for you.
Awesome, Kevin. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Kevin wants to help you get off that financial roller coaster. So for the first 31 people who call and schedule your free consultation, you're going to get a free copy of his ebook. You can also get half off of his 7 steps to a 720 credit score. So call right now. Schedule your free consultation. Here's the number, 720-443-4570. And remember, there are only 31 appointments available right now. So for more information, you can also visit getdebtfreewithme.com. Heupel Law has several offices. He's everywhere: downtown Denver, Broomfield, the Denver Tech Center, Loveland, Colorado Springs. Here's the number again, 720-443-4570.